All right. What's up, everybody? Um, I'm going to try to do another thing, another a Drumeo update tomorrow. I didn't get to do it last week, or maybe today. Maybe I better do it today. I don't know. But last week I didn't do it because I woke up late on Sunday, and I've just been busy all week with these appliances and getting that up and going again. And all I want to do when I have the time here is to do this. So, do Borderlands 4. So, but I'll get it done tomorrow. I'm on a 75 hard break right now, and so that's not really helping things either. It's like, it is what it is. It's like when you're on that break, you're not going to get everything accomplished. Like, I don't know, or I just don't. Right? So, the last 75 hard that I did, I think I made a lot of progress. So I'm gonna do that diet again, which is a low carb. It did way better than the other one. It's not so like the other diet I was doing was like no candy, no like high sugary foods, which isn't the same as low carb because I was still eating bread like all the time. And then when I did low carb, I basically was just like only eating protein, like just as much protein as possible. So like, before if I ate hot dogs, I would eat the bun and the ketchup, you know. Now on this new one, I eat hot dogs. I just eat the hot dog. If I get a burger, it like might be wrapped in. Well, I think I would do a burger every once in a while, but hardly not. I have a problem that I need to fix real quick. Uh, there's like, I noticed this on the stream, the band live stream the other day too. For some reason, we're getting more on the one side than the other side on my meter here. Let me see if I can fix that. The way, let's see, that's better. It's weird because I swear I balanced this. Okay, there we go. So I'm doing a left and right out of a big interface. Oh, I need to do a little more. Hold on. Into a into this two channel interface left and right. Now what's weird is that I think I'm just going out of one output, but I'm going into this interface, and for some reason I'm still getting it's off balance. I'm getting more volume out of one than the other, so I guess these preamps aren't balanced in the cheap. I'm assuming it's in the cheap interface. I don't know. I don't notice any other issues in any of the other outputs of the big interface. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm getting like my left channel is a lot lower than my right. And I don't know if that's, because of the. Actually, how is that? How is that even working? Because that makes no sense because this thing is
Gotta
mono.
find something fun to do out here before I lose what's left of my mind.
Somehow I have the left and the right panned. I don't know how I did that. Because I have I have two channels going into this interface that are just mono channels, so it should be mixing them into stereo. Like it should mix channel 1 into stereo and channel 2 into stereo, but somehow it's got them panned left and right. And so when I look at this meter that's going out to you guys, one is a lot lower than the other one, so I got to turn one of the volumes down on like preamp 1 is, or channel 1 is higher. The actual knob is turned up more than channel 2, if that makes any sense. So I don't understand why that's happening though. And I don't understand why it's not mixing those mono channels into stereo, you know, individually, like why there's a left and a right. Because I don't think I have it panned anywhere. Let me see. How does that come into here? It's this one, right? And so it's just, let's see, advanced audio properties. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I know nobody watches this crap anyway, so, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get why. So the PS5 audio comes into this computer and then back out of it and then back into it. That shouldn't affect anything. I mean, unless it's like the interface is just set up to do that automatically. Like that's the only thing I could think is like, I don't know. Anyways, I should probably actually turn it up a little though. Hold on. Let's turn the whole thing up a little more. Check 1, 2. Is that any louder? We're getting I'm getting closer to being louder. Maybe there's like some knob down there that pans them both. I don't know. There's 2 knobs down there. Let me see. I have this mixer knob. I just turned it to the middle. Well, that's weird. I don't think it should be doing that. I feel like so that must be that mixer knob must have something to do with the output of the thing and the input of the thing, because basically I just like put the whole mix out of phase and I am outputting this interface, and then the interface is outputting audio and then back into itself. So I've got some audio inception going on over here with this thing, because the PS5 goes into this interface through this computer, then back out of it into the mixer, then back into it, because this headphone mix is separate from this computer and what you guys hear. And I know it's like this complicated stuff, and I can't explain it as well as I can do it. You know, like I make the thing happen, obviously, like, you know, when sometimes I'm more successful than others, but yeah, anyways. All right, so what am I supposed to be doing here? Back at it. So I'm confused as all get out, because, you know, I've been playing this game for so long in the other versions, but, you know, normally I've played it a bunch of times. Wow, look how big this area is. But I've never played this game. Anybody watch RCE? But I made an efficient shape here. The most efficient shape. Okay, so did I get this? Collectible located in the Borderlands of Kairos. Missions. Down and outbound. Oh, so I'm trying to meet the outbounders. Alright. Oh, recover order contraband. I was looking for the contraband, that's what it was. But the so like I had the like I wish I could zoom in more because there's like all this stuff. Active checkpoint. Okay. What is this? See, there's like so there's two little dots there or whatever, but that one's supposedly up there. So where's the other piece of contraband though? Before I go up there, I mean it's got to be up there, right? So how am I supposed to get it without? 21 meters that way.
Look at all those shades of gray.
What is this? I don't know. Recover order contraband. So there's one more. Loot or purchase shields. I don't know if I like this gun. It's a lot of reload. Gooey. Reach. So I'm supposed to reach Spy Master. So that one says it's 20 meters up there. This gun's too much reload. I don't know if this gun is powerful enough for this guy. I gotta get him somehow, I guess. Alright, let's see. I got some criticals, maybe. They would hold still. Yeah, so today I got a family reunion for Maddie's family, and then I don't know, I might have another appliance job later. Somebody texted me last night. Alright, got some guns. Off of that guy, did I level up? Looks like I might have leveled up. Yeah, because I think I was level 8. Okay, so that says 38 meters that way. Whatever that thing is. Which is the other contraband. See, now it appeared again. It's like it disappears. So it is down there somewhere. Can we keep it in view? See, it disappears when I come around here. Why does it disappear? Okay, we know it's over there somewhere. And down. Okay, but see, now it's gone again. Oh, there it is. Or is that just the door? This isn't good. level 10. See, these things are leveling up with me. There's no way that thing was 10 before when I was 8. So you're not going to be able to go back to any easier areas. It's basically just always going to get harder, it looks like. And I still got to find I might have to look up where the other piece of contraband is. 'Cause I don't know, did I like miss it somewhere? Or I don't know. Like, was I just confused and the other waypoint was just this the whole time? That's why it appears and disappears? I don't know. What is this mission? Down and outbound. I gotta try to remember which ones I got too, because I don't remember. Just don't want to. I mean, I'm sure the last one is gotta be close to that, right? So let's see. Okay, so I think I got the first piece, but I can't tell. I tried to zoom in on the picture and it got jacked up. Okay, so let's see. Oh, no. Okay, so well, there's one there. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't have got that. Looks like they're all. Oh wait, what is this? Let's see. I think there is that. I don't think I got that collectible though. Let's see. Let's go back down here.
All hunters must be eradicated.
Map. See, look. There it is now. Okay, it's that plus one that I need to get there. See that plus. But so it's that one. It says 45 meters that way and up. So maybe I do need to come around over here somewhere. I don't think I got it. Getting way too close to the end here. Get some more of these guys here.
You're so hot now!
The internet is saying something about a vent, pulling a vent off the wall. I don't remember doing that. And to get that other vault thing, I don't think I got that thing either. I don't know, it has been a week since I've played though. Let's see. Let's see what's over here. Now all these guys are being spawned.
What is happening with your face area?
Anyway, so like I took a couple days off the low carb. Like yesterday, I was eating. I've been eating sugar, and it's like the pains come back, like the hunger pains. It's weird how sugar affects your situation. You know what I mean? Like we're all so addicted to it, but it just like makes you hungrier. I wonder if that's why they put it in there. You know, like. I wonder if that's why it's in everything, because there's like beef jerky that you can, if you get the no sugar version, it tastes way better, you know, than if you get the sugar version. It's like it's kind of messed up. So like, why do they put sugar in everything? It's like even meat, where it's like, you know, I don't know why it's. I mean, I'm not just talking about like teriyaki. Like there's sugar in like regular beef jerky, you know. Okay, so what do we want? We want. See, it says it's up. Let's find out where's that collectible? Because it said that there might be one by that somewhere. Okay, let's see. How do we do, no, I can't remember. Was it this one? Was it? Okay, there we go. It's up. Up to go to the thing that you want to go to. Let's try to use this, the echo thing to find what we're going to find here.
Are you lurking at me?
I pushed it again and it didn't work. Give them something else to shoot at. Or if they shoot at the Reapers, they won't die as easily. Okay, where is it taking me to though? It's like it lost the thing. Like, why can't I just look on the... Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's this way. There we go. It said something about this vent. So I can pull vents off walls. Come in here. Alright. There's the thing. But there's no contraband in here. That was just to get that. Right, okay. So now, see, all these things are too close together though. So if I just... Am I navigating to that now? Like, I can't zoom in anymore, which is super annoying. Okay, so where are we going? This way?
I'm officially inspired.
What is this thing? Yeah, anyways, so, you know, eating sugar isn't good. I gotta stop again. Probably gonna stop after this weekend again and do 75 hard again on Monday. It's just, it has been a couple weeks of, you know, the business is open again now, so a couple weeks of doing extra work. I've missed drum practices. I've been doing about 4 a week still, so it's not, I haven't missed all of them. You know, usually if my days don't go pretty much the same, then I lose what I'm doing, but... Alright, well, this gun isn't getting good.
He's my better half.
It's not for this guy. What about this one? No, none of the ammo in my good gun. It's alright. So, you know, at least I haven't completely quit drum lessons, which is what I usually do when I start a new thing like this. But, okay, so we need to go that way. I want to go to 70 meters that way, it says, and up. So how do I get there? Like, the problem I'm having is the thing disappears. Okay, so I like it. Have to go around. Like, I wish that I could, like... Let's see. Okay, so I'm guessing that is... Let's move over here so I can see. I'm guessing that's the one that I want. So... So I need to go around.
Your existence has been revoked.
But now I have to go this way. The way I just came from. This freaking thing, I swear. Now is it going to the right thing? Jeez. Can I like jump? I can't like somehow jump up there. I gotta go up there somehow. There's nothing to like grapple to up there.
Feels good.
See, look, now they're both gone. Like, why? Why do they disappear? I don't understand it. What am I doing wrong? Like, see, look, it's there. It's there right now. And then I get closer to it and it disappears. Is it because it's up there somewhere? So, let me keep going. It's got to be like one of the fourth ones. So, we went through the vent. Okay, let's see. Nope, we went all that. We did that. So, we must have got that one. Okay. Okay, so it is up there. So, okay, go through the door. I just like, I don't know why the waypoint has to disappear. So you go through here, up the ladder, it says.
I'm sorry. Usually all that horny stuff scares people off. It was just a bed. I'll tell you anything you want.
We can't have that, can we?
Let's see. After, okay, go past the do-over station, climb the ladder, eliminate the guys. The path leads you back outside as you climb, facing enemies. The fourth piece is off to your left at the top of the final staircase, just before you reach the vending machines. What vending machines? The top of the...
You were a mistake.
There's vending machines. Oh, is it over here? Okay, here we go. Found
Our
it.
victory cookbook! Each of us has a couple recipes in there from back home. Can't get all the right ingredients here, but once we're free, there's gonna be a feast like you've never seen.
Then you can make something other than protein bars?
Of course, they're just the best option for us with our limited supplies. Also, you do
take
get
forever
used to
to
the
read.
taste after a while. That's all our confiscated stuff. We've hardly met, but you already helped us reclaim a bit of home. Thank you.
All right, let's see what's going on in here. We got the SDU. How many of those do I have now? 10. I need 50 to do the backpack. All right. I don't know if this gun is effective anymore. Oh, if I hold this, I can do that. Yeah, I'm hungry though. So what sucks about this thing is like when you eat sugar, you know, like I know I didn't eat, I ate. So I've been doing incremental fasting, and basically, when you first start doing it, you have the hunger pains, but then they go away. Like your body gets used to your schedule, and it stops sending the pains. I don't know how that works exactly, but let's see.
For sale, baby shield, never worn.
I don't know what we got here.
Always appreciate
Okay,
you.
so our shield is 537. Let's go to here. Actually, we have 2 points we can spend. Okay, let's see. So last time we did that, we have increased fire rate. We have that one. We have melee attacks, melee damage, and maximum health. Gun damage, reload speed might be a good one. Let's do one reload, and then I don't know if we should do that one or more health. Or health restored. I think I'm gonna do this one. Okay, so there's that one. The inventory. I have a lot of stuff here. So, what do we have equipped? So I don't think I like how they do this, because you have to go figure out what you have equipped for stuff. And there's like a lot in here, whereas, you know, before it had all the equipped together. So how do I sort? Sort is by manufacturer. Let's sort by value, I guess. Okay, so this is 16. Like, can I just compare? I can't, like, compare. Okay, I can if I push triangle. Compare, but to what? Like, I have to compare it to something else. Like, why is it giving me clicking noises? I don't know. I don't know what's good or what's not good. And I don't know what I have in my inventory. It's confusing. Okay, so I have that for 13. Submachine for 13. Machine for 26. A shotgun for 23 by 10. Pistol for 19. And various others. So as far as shields or grenades, I'm at 182 on this grenade. Let's go look at the other grenades then. So let's sort by manufacturer. Let's sort by type. Okay, so now now all the grenades should be together. That was at 182. These are shields. Shield. Grenade. Okay, so this one's 183. 182. That's the one I have. Okay. So this one is 195 with the fire. So let's equip this one. Okay. So now this one's at 182 healing. The one I have is at 157 healing. And this one's at 84 healing. So what about this one? 50 healing. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to sell this one. So if I push R3, I didn't toggle that one though. I toggled this one. Freaking, jeez. Hello? Do you guys see that? I'm clicking on this one, but the one above it is doing its thing. Alright, whatever. Whatever, game. I gotta get the bugs out, I guess. Alright, so we want to do this one. No. This one. No. What am I at? I'm at 157. Yeah, this one. So equip this one. Although I gotta remember to actually do that. Okay, because I forgot already. Shield. Like, what does this take the place of? Because do I actually have a shield spot? Like, is it because I haven't upgraded it yet? Like, is it one of these? What is this? Oh, no, okay, it's that shield. Sorry, I was thinking more like Minecraft where it's like an actual shield. Cover shield is 229. Okay, so now I have to go sort it again. I can't remember to just stay sorted the way that I had it sorted. So I can't go to the other area. So I just need to figure out which one I have equipped, which is up here. So mine's 537. Are any of these better than that? No. Okay, so I'll sell all the shields. Okay, so assault rifles, I have this one. It says 81 DPS. This one's 92. This one's 75. So what about up here? 65, 96. So is 96 the highest? Looks like. So if I push equip and go to here, because this one is 81. Okay. Pistols. I got this one. This thrown gun thing. I haven't really been like too impressed with it or anything, but let's see. So it's 88. This one's 101. I don't have any pistols up there. So basically this 121 is going to be better. So 121 on the pistol. Let's just get the highest damage on these things. Oops. I don't want to do that. I want to do it with this one. Wait. How come that didn't work? Oh, because I still have the other one. Oh, jeez. Come on. Like, I'm not going to like this system. Or I have to get used to it. Okay, so, the pistols. Now we need to go to the shotgun, I guess. So we got 103, 111, 89. So we have the best shotgun, or at least with damage. Okay, on these, this is the gun that I've been using, I think. No, this one. It's 58. So this one's 73, and it has the fire. So on SMGs, we got 96. This one's 122, but there's no fire. This one's, oh, that's a rifle. Okay, so this one is 73 with the fire. Can I mark this one? Mark this one a favorite. And let's equip this one and see how it does. And we'll equip it in that spot. Okay, the last gun that I have equipped is what type of gun? So I have this, the pistol. Okay, so I got them all. Okay, so let's sell everything else.
My diagnosis? You got a bad case of dangeritis. I can help with that.
Except for that one. So, like, how come the little screen thing can't like go over to the right? You know what I mean? See, like this? See, now it is. Like, why can't it do that? So that I can see what I'm doing. Sell item. This is that throne one. Let's sell that one.
I can get some use out of this yet.
Yeah,
You
sell that one.
sanitized this, right? I think I might have sold this. No, take back.
I think I want to sell everything
You done with this
except for
shit?
what's
I'll
equipped.
buy it at a high. You want this back? You just let me know. Think I might have. That'll look mighty. No takebacks. I'll buy it at a high. You said I used to have one. Just think I might have sold this same piece to a
Okay, so
bandit
these
a
are
while
all
back.
equipped, and then
Small world.
this is like my good gun, you know, so to speak. I don't know which one of these I got out of the
Thanks for
chest,
stopping by.
but those ones didn't really seem to be all that good, anyways. All right, so now we're ready to do this boss fight or whatever, hopefully. Right? So now I jump down in there, I'm assuming. Horse's oversight. Should I spawn in the guys before, or?
Timekeeper! I wasn't. No! I'm not interrupting anything important, am I?
I guess this is the shotgun. Let's try some of these other ones here. Okay, we got him. We got him doing that thing.
Organized streak?
Something's getting me. Well, it's like two-shotted that thing with this gun, so must be better.
Did your chest get colder?
So So does he just fly around the whole time, I guess? Or is this going to be one of those fights where he like gets harder and harder and he does different? Hopefully that thing doesn't feel his shield. Almost got his shield down. I can't really throw grenades at him because they don't kind of stick up there into like sticky grenades. Okay, now it says blocked.
So many secrets inside his head. Let's see what's built.
This is frightfully fun! Damn it! He ripped his own bolt! Your existence is tedious.
So long as the bolt's not damaged, we might be able to get some info off it.
Okay. Alright. Looks like this is better than the one I have. We'll equip that. What else do we got here? Okay, that's less. That's less. We got the bolt. That's less. That is less damage. That's less. 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 It's a sniper.
This is a long shot, but a while back we scavenged a broken order bolt scanner. A few parts. I think we can get it working. Conway scouted some space wrecks that haven't been picked clean of usable salvage yet. Sending you coordinates now. If we're right, whatever the spy master knows about Saul's weapon could still be on the bolt.
Chop, chop, my little pigs! My power is absolute!
Alright. So now I'm supposed to go. Do I have to go back out? I guess. I guess there's no. Or how do I get out of here? What is that? Do I go through here? I mean, I can go in there, but I guess not. I know I'm gonna miss like chests and stuff, but I'm not gonna do the whole walkthrough thing. So I guess I just go back out this way.
You wish you could control me!
There's the SMG. Okay, this is the pistol. Too many guys out here. Okay, how do I heal again? Okay, it's over. I gotta remember to do that. Use the rep kit or whatever when I get down and help. Keep forgetting to do that. Get some of these guys taken out, and it should be a little easier over here. Okay, let's try the SMG here. Gotta reload apparently. Oh, this is the shotgun. Which is still might be alright. Alright, there's there's still some guys over here. Pull the pets back out here. So yeah, I need to get back on the diet. No more sugar. Like that stuff it's like, I guess it's just like poison. You know, we had the kid's birthday and there was ice cream and pizza. And I just didn't stop. Like I need to just stop.
I must think. It finishes me infinite.
So yeah, so I'll do a Drumeo update. I think I've missed like 3 weeks. I've just been tired too. It's like working 12-hour days is not fun. But I did a couple successful home jobs and one for a business, which wasn't too bad. It was like a really old dryer, but luckily I just like happened to have the bearing that it needed, so I didn't charge them parts, which I probably should have. I'm trying to sort of discount everything just to like get people, you know, to use me, and then they have my contact information, and then next time they need something they call me, and then I will probably do full price then. So like I'm doing everything on sale at first, which is still good. I'm still making more money per hour than I do at work, even when it's on sale. So I gotta go pee. I'm gonna go get a snack and pee. I'll be right back. Yeah, plus it's just been a wild week, couple weeks or whatever. We did this like no screens thing, so we didn't do any screens for a full week. Basically, the only screens that hold on, let me. Sorry, I need a mute button for this mic. I actually need a different mic stand like the other one I have that moves. But we did no screens for a week, and I kind of got off social media, and then, you know, the whole Charlie Kirk thing happened, and then I got back on it because everybody was talking about that. And, you know, I don't want to be totally out of the loop, but at the same time, like, I'm tired of, like, this stuff. You know, I feel like this one is different, but some of the other stuff, it's like, we're just, like, so controlled by, like, all we do is think about these things, you know, kind of what, and talk about these things, and we're not like, you know, it's like, it's all just a big distraction, you know, not like, obviously not this one, but the other things, like, that have happened. This one is messed up for sure, but. Gonna mute out for a minute. So let's go to the map though. See what. Okay, we're supposed to go to this new area. Okay, so when you get these things, these collectibles, they turn green. That's good to know.
Your existence is tedious. Unstoppable.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had this. I got the motorcycle too. Like, I wonder at what point people are gonna take accountability for what they say on the microphone. Like, is this ever gonna happen? Because, like, you know, like, how many people call these talking heads Nazis when they're not Nazis, you know, or whatever. I mean, it's like, you know, you villainize these people, and then the crazies get it in their head that they're villains, and then the crazies go and do what they did, like, if that's what happened, you know. And so, like, that's the sort of tamer version of the possibilities. And how do we, like, we need to move forward differently, you know.
One's not enough for you. Then you've got the timekeeper involved. No,
checks, some rippers had moved in.
All the parts still there?
Yeah. Unlike some people, I don't misplace things.
Speaking of which, have you seen my favorite apron? The one that says, just a hungry boy in a hungry world.
You know what? I haven't seen it in a while. You should probably move on.
Dude is double shielded. So apparently some guys can have 2 shields now. And all he gave me was money. Jeez. What is that thing? Bulkhead. Anyways, I guess the point is, like, we all gotta live our lives when, you know, when we can. Like, don't wait. You know? That's what I started doing that a couple years ago. My uncle died and I stopped waiting. I was waiting to do things because I didn't have enough money or, you know, things like that. And, you know, my savings has suffered for it. It's like, for sure, it hasn't been like it used to be, like where I need to get things. Come on. Because I've done things. Well, and, you know, it's like, whereas before what I was doing is if I didn't have the exact amount of savings, then I didn't do the thing, you know. So that's the deal is, lately I've just been doing it anyways, even if I, you know, can't, like, totally afford it. And what does that mean exactly? I haven't dropped below, like, a lot, like, you know, a good emergency fund. I've dropped below what my emergency fund technically should be, but I think what I've decided is that my number can be lower anyways because I do all the work myself, and so I don't need to pay labor. But, you know, basically the only issue would be if I lost my job, but I'm also double protected there, triple protected there, because I technically have 3 jobs. You know, I have a part-time job that would love me to come back full-time. I have open offers, you know, across that company that I could easily go do, you know. So, you know, multiple supervisors that know me and across multiple companies too. I'm sure it would be a couple of text messages. I could get probably 5 jobs because, you know, I work hard. Like, I try to work hard and do everything that I can do for everybody. And that includes, you know, people that, you know, like when I was a receiver, I dealt a lot with people where we were their customers, you know, vendors that, and I tried to deal with them in a way that was different than the industry standard. I tried to help everybody, you know, even if they were supposed to be there to help me. I would try to help them. And it showed when I was ready to quit that everybody wanted to give me a job, you know? And so I think it's still like that. I think I get good marks from my current supervisors, and they're, you know, happy with my work, I think, and they would be sad to see me go. And so maybe when I mess up every once in a while, they sort of let that slide. And that seems to be the way it is. You know, I'm not trying to mess up, but stuff happens. Like, I'm not perfect. But anyways. So I don't know that I need that high of an emergency fund, you know, because the likelihoods of I mean, I guess the only way I would really lose my job or whatever is if I got hurt. But even that is questionable because operant control. What does that mean? Can I mess with this? Or is this like a checkpoint? I don't know.
Updating your Echo with the parts we need for the Bolt scanner. Not sure what the Rippers think they'll do with spaceship wreckage, but we need it more than they do.
I got like this black hole grenade mod here. It's like things like that are cool. Yeah, but you know, having 3 jobs, it's like if I lost one, I could probably just do the other one more. I mean, obviously the main job I can't do more. Actually, there are ways that I can. They're constantly asking for like people to help on the weekends and stuff. I'm sure if I went to the boss and I was like, hey, I need more money, can I work another day? I'm sure she would find stuff for me to do. Get another day's pay. I think that if I did that though, I wouldn't get paid as much on that day because it's a lower position. And like I don't really get paid by the hour, so it's not like I would just, hey, a psycho. Quicken. What is quicken? So like, if I get my Reaper out, so the thing just targets the Reaper. Except you didn't. No cool drops. So let's get both pets out. Boom, boom. Plus, my wife's working part-time, you know, so if I lost my job, she might be able to go more full-time and bring in more money. You know, and then with this business, it's like I'm early in, but the results are looking very promising on how I can help people and make a lot more money. You know, like there's one day the other day, yeah, I can make a lot more in like one day
Like you had a chance.
than I make at either of the other 2 jobs if I just, you know, get all the stuff lined up correctly. Now there's other issues with this, you know, it's hard to get like the insurance with your home business. Is that bees or flies? It's more expensive. I need more insurance, you know, so even though I can make a lot more, like there's costs with the business, obviously. You have to pay for commercial insurance, which is a lot more money than regular. Like on my car, I have to get commercial insurance, and you know, I got to get general liability insurance, which is more money. And so it's like I've got to clear more money per month, and so I have to charge more, but you know, more per hour or whatever than I would at my job. But it's just the way it is. But the potential, the earning potential is a lot higher too, even with all of that. I feel like, you know, because like people need their stuff fixed. Well, even like the one lady that I helped her with her dryer, she was like kind of blown away at how she thought it was going to be a lot more than it was. And the price that she thought it was going to be, I was like, that's, you know, like that's as much as, you know, kind of, you're like halfway to a new machine at that point. It's like you wouldn't want to, I don't know. I mean, maybe you would fix your old one for that. I don't know. I don't know what people do. Because I don't have, you know, I've never paid people to fix my stuff. So, entering area waypoint. You know, I'm happy to help, but it's like I need to figure out what to charge and when, you know, because like I just didn't even want to. Like she was a friend of somebody, so I was kind of like, you know, wanting to just hook them up and help them out and not really charge. And she wasn't having that. She's like, no, I'm going to pay you. So she like paid me more than I wanted to charge her, which happens a lot, but you know, because I know I'm charging a lot less than I could be, like what other people are charging. But the idea is I'm trying to gain customers, not money. You know what I mean? Because it's like I could do the business the other way and get money, but that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to build a business. So it's not like, you know, I need customers, not money. I need regular customers that are going to come back, and then I'll get paid in the long term, and with less work, you know, than if I just charge full price, and then they're like, well, you know, it's too much or whatever. Like, you know, and that's the thing is like taking care of people, I feel like will go a lot further than you know, taking care of myself. Oh man, it fell off. Oh, sweet. Grappling hook. Back up there. Those little pets are sweet because the guys target them and stop targeting me. I need to remember to throw them out there more. The howl. Anyways, so it's like, you know, and that's what I tried to explain to her too. I'm like, I'm not trying to, you know, like, yeah, I am fixing your machine and I'm trying to fix your machine, but what I'm really trying to do is get customers, long-term customers, you know, so that I can come back and solve these problems over and over again. And really, I just want to be, you know, kind of people's guy. So like this is what Andy Frisella talks about, that my whole mission on this business is completely changed. Before, what I would try to do is I would literally try to have one-time customers, which I know makes no sense whatsoever, but you know, coming from a retail world, in the retail world, customers are not friendly. All right, many are not. They're just like, I mean, many are. They are. But it's like you are kind of like trying to take care of them and then just get them out. It's like you're just trying to move them. If you know, waste their time with lines or whatever, it's like, it's not good. So, I don't know. And like, you know, for years and years, I didn't really like dealing with customers. Like, I didn't want to be that guy. So I did the backroom thing. I like did the stuff behind the scenes. And, you know, even now, like, I don't like dealing with the customers I have to deal with at my current job. You know, a lot of the receivers are hard to deal with because they make things more difficult than they need to be. So, but it is what it is. You just have to do that. Well, with this situation, when I first started my business, at first I was like, well, I want to set it up in a way to where I have the least amount of dealings with customers. So basically, I just get machines, I fix them, and then I sell them. So the dealings with the customer is quick. It's just, I sell you this machine, and then we don't talk anymore. Maybe in a year you need another machine, or 2 years, or whatever, you call me again, I sell you another machine. And it's like the customer interaction is, you know, in and out. Well, the problem with that is that I end up wasting a lot of time because I have to constantly get new inventory. And the way that the business was set up is you can't just go to get your inventory from a supplier because it's a refurbishing business. So, I need to go get a machine from somebody that it's broken on a classifieds ad. And they don't care who comes and gets it. So they post the ad. I have to be texting or messaging them within, 10 or 20 minutes, or there's somebody else who's going to get the machine. Either a scrap guy, there's other people who do what I was doing. So the problem with that, if I was like single or just married and didn't have kids, that would be fine, because then I could just get up at 6 p.m., go drive over to wherever it is, get it, because that's when people are posting this stuff. They get off work, they post it on classifieds, they want somebody to come get it, Well, the problem with that is now I got to go to my kids that are busy doing their things. And I'm like, hey, let's all leave to go get this machine. And they don't want to do that, And I don't necessarily want them to always be doing that, to always be working. Or, Saturday and Sunday, I don't get any weekends off. Which I don't really anyways now, but it's still a choice that I make. Where like right now, so I have a job who texted me last night. I'm going to wait an hour or two to text them, and because it's too early for most people. And then, I might go do it later today or tomorrow or Monday. But I can kind of work that out with them. There isn't necessarily another guy on the way right now to come take that business like there was with the other style, right? And so Andy Frisella is always talking about that. And he's like, and like basically with that business model, I'm not really solving people's problems as much as I could be, because all I'm doing is meeting them in a parking lot, trading them machines and money. It's usually what I was doing and what I was trying to do. Well, all that does is solve their machine problem. It doesn't solve their installation problem. It doesn't solve their vent tube that's clogged problem. It doesn't solve their, not that I'll be able to solve this problem, maybe eventually, but sometimes it's just the wiring in their house and their dryer is fine. That happens like once a year where they're like, my dryer's broken. And then sometimes I would even like be delivering a new dryer, and then we go in and we plug it in, it still doesn't work because there's something wrong with the wiring in their house. So both dryers are fine. And then that wastes their time and money, because whenever that would happen, they would pay me anyways. Because, a lot of times the dryer that I had was nicer than the one they had, and so they just bought the new dryer anyways, even though they didn't need it. But if I could just go over and troubleshoot the issue first, which is what I'm doing now, like what I've been doing now is I still have a dryer. I throw it on my trailer. I drive over their place, go in, try to fix their dryer is priority number one. If I can't do that, then the second plan B is I sell them the other dryer, right? But then I can go in and kind of assess the situation, go through their dryer, which I'm going to be doing anyways. Because if I take that broken dryer back to my house, I'm going to spend that time to go through it to see if I can resell it. And so this business model, the way that I'm doing it now, is a lot less waste. Because I don't lose the customers, or I lose them in a way that I don't spend any time with them. Like there's been a lot of false starts. A lot of people who text me and then they just stop texting me. So they figure out their solution somewhere else. But, this way it's like I went to a job where the customer was going to end up paying double what they actually paid because of what I was able to do. I was able to cut their cost in half on what they were wanting to do. And it's like, I feel like that kind of stuff is going to get you customers. And what I'm trying to do is get customers. I'm not trying to get paid today. Like, I'm fine on money. I'm trying to do long-term goals, and everything just keeps getting more and more expensive, as time goes on. So it's not like, it's like I need to find a way, because I'm not going to promote at my job. So I need to find a way to make more money because everything's more expensive. Because the family has, everything. We just need stuff. So I need to make more, Vengeful, it says. And this pistol's killing that guy pretty quick. Did I level up again? I don't think I did. How come that guy was so much easier than the other badass psychos? Anyways, so that's kind of the idea there is like, oh, is this another part? I don't know. Yeah, I think I have one more over there somewhere. The idea is to gain customers that are going to be with me, hopefully for the long term. And so that's the way that I'm trying to do it, is I'm trying to tell them, like, look, if you have issues, call me, and I'll come try to figure it out, or whatever, and so forth. It's like, let's not do this, like, one-and-done situation anymore. And I'm going into their houses, and I'm, like, trying to fix everything, trying to solve the problem more so than, obviously, I was. Because it isn't, I don't know if it's easier or what, but Hungering Plain. Let's see, where's this piece at? It's up there somewhere. I think it can be easier because I'm not having to move these machines. Like, moving it to my trailer really isn't that big a deal. And driving it over there, and then they end up not needing it because I fixed their machine, really isn't that big a deal because it's out of the garage and on the trailer and then strap on it. It only takes a second. So that part isn't that bad, but bringing it in and out of their house is a problem sometimes. It's like it can take more time to do that than after we move all their stuff everywhere, because people just have stuff everywhere. After we take off 3 doors, after we go down a flight of stairs that is barely wide enough for this thing to fit through, and their banisters there, and after dealing with like their dogs and the stuff in their yard, and then the stairs to get into their house and out, it's like it would have just been easier. Like I literally had this job last week. Like the dude did not, I should have talked him more into just letting me fix the one that he had. So the one he had was a better machine. But he didn't want to pay, But I think he would have paid less if I just would have fixed it. Because I did bring his old one home and I did fix it. So, and I'm kind of just holding on to it because I have a feeling, I don't know this for sure, but the machine that I sold him has a common issue that it might develop. But, I have a way of doing things. But so if he calls me back, I'm going to be able to go fix that. And it's not a big deal. But we hauled this dryer off my trailer, up like 6 stairs into his house, and then it wouldn't fit through the door to go down his stairs to his basement. So we had to take that door off. Then we get it down the stairs into his basement, and then he's got to pull the old dryer out. Well, then there's this leak behind this dryer that he's been working on getting fixed, but it's not fixed. So there's water everywhere in there, and it's just like, and it was a big deal. And we had to take another door off to get into his laundry room, and and he's like semi injured from different things, like his shoulder's jacked up or whatever, and he's like huffing and puffing, and for him it was a big deal, I should say. Probably about 45 minutes. Okay, so there's scenario 1. There's what we went with. If I would have just gone in there and tore his dryer apart, the thing that it was is a $2 part. It probably would have taken me less than an hour to fix it and clean it out. Probably maybe half an hour. These machines come apart so fast and easy. I've done so many of them. I could have had that thing cleaned out, about all the way vacuumed out, repaired in 30 minutes, put back together, and been out of there. He wouldn't have had to work at all. He just would have had to hang out. You know what I mean? And then I would have only charged him an hour labor, which would have been less than what he paid for that dryer. Even if I charge him the part is literally a $2 part. It's you know, even if I do double markup, I'm talking about $4, you know? And so it's like that situation, because I kind of let him decide what he wanted to do, which was a delivery of a different dryer, which is not a better dryer. You know, they're pretty much the same design, but the one that he ended up getting, it is in a better shape and it is newer, but it's the worst brand of the line. Like, you know how you have like your Fender guitar and then you have your Squier guitar? It's kind of like that situation. It's like, you know, you have your sort of high-end machine, and then the same company makes it, but it's their lower-end brand. And basically the timers have an issue with these, where it can carbon up and stop working. If that happens, I have a fix for it. I'll just go fix it. But anyways. I know I shouldn't be eating this sugary granola bar this early in the morning. Get an insulin spike. So it's got peanut butter in it. But whatever. Today's Saturday. I'm going to start again on Monday. Monday, we're back at it. 75 hard. And the business. And the drumming. Like, the drumming will be part of 75 hard. But what is this thing? Is this my thing? Alright, we got all my things.
Well, I'm definitely bringing back parts. Are you sure these will work?
Conway seems to think so. Head on back and we'll find out. Oh, we got our fast travel station working again, by the way. Great if you're in a hurry, but leg day's always gonna catch up to you.
So anyways, so then the other part of this deal is the YouTube thing. And I've started a channel for the business, and it's basically just, I haven't advertised it at all, and so the next things I need to do is get a Facebook and an Instagram. But what I need to do is every day I need to update the YouTube channel and update maybe a Facebook, maybe an Instagram. I don't know what else, but the YouTube is, the shorts are getting a lot of views. So I've been doing a short every day and a full video every day. Now the thing is the short video, there's not enough information in it to actually help somebody. It's like under 2 minutes, usually about a minute. And so I don't know if that's enough to help somebody fix their machine, if that makes any sense. And that's really what I'm trying to do here. Gain popularity and, you know, show people. I mean, I'm putting in every video, don't try this at home. And it's also like, I don't know if I should be doing this, because I've thought about this before, and if they look up my channel and they fix their own machine, then they're not going to call me to, you know, help them. But I think that they still will, because it will look complicated or whatever. That's what has happened in the past. But if I can get to the point to where this thing is like a popular channel or whatever, then I won't have to work as hard, you know? Like I might not have to do appliances, or the other option is I keep doing appliances and let them film me, and they don't pay. You know, I film the video, I put the video on YouTube, and that's where I get paid. And so basically people get appliance repair for free. You know what I mean? Which, that would kind of be a win-win-win, right? For everybody. There'd be people on the internet who would get their problem solved. I would get my problem solved, and then customers would get their problem solved. You know? Like, my problem is I need more money. And then, you know, and I don't want to. I need more money, and I don't want to become a manager, or I don't want to promote, basically. I don't want to go back to school. Like, you know, I don't want to do these things. So what I'd rather do is just invest in a business and try to get it that way. So that's what I'm going to do. Then that way too, it's like, you know, I get to make the decisions. Because it's like when you work for somebody, you don't get to make the decisions. And they don't, I don't know, I've never worked anywhere where they make good decisions. There's this problem that we have in corporate world, you know, where it's like something will happen 3 states away, even though it might not even be a possibility where you are. You know, like a locked truck. You know what I mean? Like, nobody really steals stuff around here. It's like not really a thing. Not in the way that it is in other cities. Like, I mean, maybe in Salt Lake. I don't know. We just don't have that issue. So but we all have to lock our trucks all the time, right? Because in other places, it is an issue. So it's like, yeah. Since it's an issue everywhere else, the whole company has to do it, you know? It's like that type of thing. Like, most of my job in these stores is based on that, because it's like, they just don't have common sense, you know? Like, a lot of the issues I have, too. Like, there's one set of stores, I won't say who they are, but I'll never buy anything from there. They'll never get $1, not $1 of mine. Is my, like, inventory full? How come I'm pushing square, but it's not coming in? So anyways, because of what they do, they make you open every box, right? And that's fine, whatever. So like, if I go in there and I'm selling a pallet, so we got 40 cases on it, I now have to down stack 40 cases, and theoretically I have to open 40 cases so that they can make sure that all the cases are full of all the product. You know, so there's like, whatever, there's 300 or 400 singular items in that deal, okay? So it just adds time or whatever. But the thing is like, why, like, if this was actually a thing, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. But I've been doing that, and we've never found one low fill. Not one. Not even one. If it happened once a year, I'd be all right with doing it. We have never, ever, I've never found one. So I've been doing it for 3 years. Now, let me say this. I have found 2 or 3 cases that are missing one pizza over that time. Just never at that particular store. Now, you can tell that that's happening, okay? Because of the way the cases are, they actually you can actually see if it's missing any. There's actually, like, they're not full cases. They have openings on the sides where you can see. And so this is where I'm like, the common sense has left the building. Because you can tell if it's full or not. There's a hole that you can look into, right? But they just don't care. And I'm like, well, you know, there's the letter of the law and the spirit of the law, right? Well, the way our cases are set up, the spirit of the law is met because you can see in there, but the actual policy says that we have to open the cases, you know, and then other vendors come in and they don't have to open theirs. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. But then the other issue I have with it is these receivers, instead of like looking at their policy, asking their supervisors what they have to do, and then coming to me and saying, okay, this is what we have to do. let's do it this way every single time. What they do is they get wishy-washy. So I have 2 of these stores on my route. If I get another one, I'm quitting. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing any more. Because what they do is I go in and they're like, okay, let's do it this way. That's day 1. I'm like, okay, I do it that way. And their supervisor's there, right? The supervisor's like, yep, we have to do it this way. And I'm like, okay, got it. I understand the program. Then on day 2, I go in there and I do it the way I did it the first day. And it's not good enough. And so then they want it done a different way. The receiver is changed their mind. Their supervisor's not there that day, and the receiver decides that the way that we did it on day 1 is no longer good enough for some reason. Oh, is this my place? And so now we have to do it a different way. Okay, then 2 weeks goes by, and this one particular receiver now says, that's not good enough anymore. Now we have to do it this 3rd way. And I'm just like, okay, and that's the way that we're currently on, right? That's one receiver. And it's just like, it's a lot of lifting and a lot of down stacking for no reason at all. Zero progress. They don't get anything out of it, and I don't get anything out of it. We just all waste our time. My company doesn't get anything out of it. Their company doesn't get anything out of it. It's just like giant waste. And for this type of thing right here, this is why I don't want to work for anybody anymore. I want to just stop. Because, like, I can't, if I refuse to do it, then they're not going to take the load. You know, it's like, so I have to do it. But then the other issue I have with it is she's so angry about it. And I'm like, well, why are you mad at me? You know, like, this is the company that you've decided to work for that has caused this, not me. You know what I mean? Like, my company does less stuff like this, which is why I work there. If they did more stuff, I'd be, yeah. They still have their things that are like this, but their things that are like this are safety related, which is hard to argue when they're like, look, I'm trying to keep you safe. Do things the safe way. And I'm like, but I want to do things the unsafe way, you know? Whereas this place is just like, there's no reasoning behind this at all. You know, there's no way. And like, you know, the thing is that I was a receiver. And so I know this job. I know their job. I know what is going on. And I tried this for a year. And I specifically tracked this one vendor. And it's funny because the way this vendor works is their boxes aren't factory sealed. So there's no tape on them or whatever. They're just kind of folded together. And you can open them and see that all the stuff is there. And so I opened all their boxes for a full year. Every single box that went in there, I opened and counted and made sure it had the exact amount it was supposed to have. And I found more of those boxes were overfilled than underfilled. So essentially my store was getting more product than it was supposed to, not less. Like with our stuff, that can't happen because the boxes are only big enough. It can only be less, you know. But still, I'm just like, at that point, I just stopped doing it. I was like, this is, I don't know. I don't understand what the point of this is. It's like, it's just not, it's just pointless. And you're dealing with such a massively high amount of money that at the end of the day, it's just, and I know it's like it's somebody else's money, but it's just like, you know, we lose way more in customer theft than what we are going after here. And so a low fill, so on my route, as far as I know, I've only had 3 in 3 years. And so that amounts to about $15. And so you're talking about $15 at the most. And so if that's once a year per vendor, and I mean, I know some vendors are going to be worse than others. Like that one vendor I was specifically talking about, there was a lot of boxes that were the short one. That happened a lot. But then there was a lot of times that they were over. That happened a lot too. So I'm like, you know, I think it happened more that they were over than they were under. And so it causes other issues, like there's inventory issues because, you know, computers run these inventories now. So everything in these stores is counted and on a computer system. So it knows how much stuff is in each store, like down to the, you know, the item. Obviously it gets out of, you know, whack sometimes, but it's pretty close to being accurate most of the time. Okay. So then so that gets messed up a little bit, but usually with vendors, they don't have that sort of accuracy. There are some new programs that they're using where vendors are doing that, but yeah, it's just like, I don't know what, I just don't get it. So, you know, with every single vendor in that store, hours are wasted every single day. Hours with all the vendors are wasted on their side and on our side doing this process. And it makes no sense whatsoever. I can't see, with all my experience, them saving. I can't see them having any savings. You know, and the savings that they might have is so low. Because the thing is that this stuff is just a lot more accurate than, you know, it's like that one specific vendor, they're going to be the worst offender, the one that I was talking about, because of the way that their stuff is shipped. And then there's going to be like 4 or 5 vendors, other vendors that are also like problem children, you know. But when it comes to like my stuff, it's clear that a robot does my stuff. And so let's say that like a box gets damaged in the truck somehow, or gets smashed or opens. I'm going to count that stuff before I go in. And then what I always do is put it on top. Now, I know not every vendor is like me. That they're not always going to do that stuff. But I don't think that it happens nearly as often as these companies are saying it does. Now, I think it's kind of like, it's like a drunk driving paradigm, you know. And if you look at actual statistics, not that many people die from drunk driving. Like, more people die from the flu than from drunk driving. So, you know, at least whatever I looked up last time I looked it up. Okay, I don't know. It might be wrong now. I don't know. But drunk driving is looked at as a way bigger problem than the flu. You know, because when it does happen, the severity seems worse and it seems like more of a waste. You know what I mean? And so that's what this is kind of like. It's like we're making mountains out of molehills because when people do steal, they, you know, it's not good. It's like, so now we got to treat everybody like a thief. You know, and the funny thing to me, and when I was a receiver, I realized this. The interesting thing is that, you know, they make these programs seem as though the receivers are just sort of looking after us, the vendors, to make sure we're not thieving. But the programs are set up in a way that point to the receivers and the vendors as thieving. And that's the interesting thing, and what I figured out when I was a receiver is that that's all they're doing. And so I realized that I'm the same as them. Me and the vendors are in the same situation. When I was a receiver, is that we're both being looked at as thieves by these people that we work for. You know what I mean? And so it's like, why are we allowing it? You know? It's disrespectful from our employers. And so what I did at that point, when I finally learned that, and I mean, if any of the receivers ever hear this, I hope you adopt this idea or way of thinking, because what I realized is that we're all a number to them. That saying goes so much further than we think or know, because we're not even just a number. We're actually a negative. number to them. You know what I mean? And so it's like, so what I did at that point is I stopped following all the policies that were like this. So as the receiver, I had power in the store, if that makes any sense. So like, you know, it was my job to make sure these vendors did certain things, right? Like they need to get received in a specific red box on the back room floor. Okay, so that's one of them. Okay, so I stopped doing that. I wouldn't even put the red box on the floor anymore. Every once in a while you'd have a walk where a bigwig was coming in, they want to look at your back room or whatever. I just wouldn't put the box down. And I stopped doing a bunch of like paperwork and other things. And basically what happened was, and then I started a business. And then what happened was they would come in and they would be like, the first audit, they came in to audit me. And they're like, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not doing this. And I told the auditor, you know, my manager's sitting there, the auditor's sitting there, they're talking to me about it. And I told them, I'm like, oh, I'm not doing any of that. I'm like, I don't think this stuff is moral. That's what I said. I'm like, you know, basically that was the attitude I had. I'm like, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, we all need to make our decisions here, you know, because like because it's not moral. If it's blizzarding outside, you're supposed to make them wait outside in the blizzard. Like, it's not moral. This isn't right. It isn't right to treat people like they're thieves when they've shown you no reason to believe that they're thieving. You know what I mean? It's not right, and I was done. So I didn't do it anymore. And the funniest thing happened. Like, the worst thing that they could have done happened, where I just said that and did that, and then they basically were just like, okay, well, next time can you have this stuff ready and going? And I was like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, I'm just not going to. So, you know, now, like, I was like really good at my job at that point, and they basically, because of all these policies that they had put in place, receivers were quitting left and right because they didn't want to deal with this stuff. And I mean, it's like such like bad micromanaging, because like on their audit, the first thing that it said was, go in the office and watch the receiver on the cameras. So we're just all like, and we all knew that. So we're all like, well, I'm being watched on the camera all the time. You know what I mean? Like imagine being employed by somebody who just wants to watch you on the camera all the time. It's like the most asinine thing that they could do. And not just watch you, but watch you so that they could get you in trouble. So that they could be like, well, you didn't do this or that or whatever. So I'm just like, I'm not doing it, you know? I'm not doing these specific things. Like, I did most of the job, but there were specific things like that that just really, they weren't right, and I wasn't doing them. And so they just left or whatever. And the next time the dude came in to audit, so I didn't get in trouble at all. And the next time the dude came in to audit, he came back and asked me, he's like, do you have this paper? And I was like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. He's like, well, okay, what about this one and that? Did you do this or that, right? And he just asked me. He didn't look. He just asked me if I had it or had done it. And I told him, no, I'm not doing any of that stuff anymore. And then he just said, okay, and he left. And my the store manager came back later, and he was like, good job on your audit, you got 100%. And I'm like, okay. So basically, from then on, the rest of the time that I did that job, and, you know, I did it at that store, and it was the same auditor. He would come in. He was, like, nice. Like, we were all friendly and everything, and he just 100%ed me every time. He didn't even look. He stopped even going back there and looking. Like, I would just hear through the grapevine that he was there, and then I would hear that I got 100%, even though I didn't do the stuff I was supposed to do. And it's interesting because they just basically, I mean, even his boss would come in sometimes. The auditor's boss would come in, and they still wouldn't say anything about it. The auditor's boss would come back there looking at stuff. I remember one time he had to actually pull reports off of a computer because I didn't have them, because I wasn't doing them. You know, I'm purposefully never doing those things again, is what I told them. Said it's a giant waste of time, and I'm not wasting my time in that way anymore. And so he's sitting there pulling reports that, you know, I was supposed to have ready for him or whatever. And he didn't say a word. Not a word. And this was a guy that was like a get you guy. Because, you know, the thing is like I was making more money on my business anyway. So I was like, I had the potential to make more than working there. And I'm just like, this whole paradigm is just BS. We sit here and listen to you guys tell us what to do, and you're not here. You know, I have to sit here and play stupid games with these vendors because of what you guys want me to do. Now I'm on the other side of that world. But even when I was in that world, like, I knew that it was stupid games, but I was just like, well, it is what it is. This is what we have to deal with, you know. It's just like right now, there are things that we have to do every day that we don't necessarily want to do, but they want us to do. It's the way work is. But, you know, yeah, it's interesting because then I went to a new store in a new district, so it had different auditors, it had different supervisors, you know, different people over it, and like they warned them. Because the first audit I got, I thought I was going to have this conversation with this auditor and tell him, like, I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing this, and I don't care anymore, I'm not doing it. You know, and I basically went to that store to quit that company. But I just wanted to see. So that store had been a problem store for so many years, and I had heard it was so bad, and I wanted to see if I could fix it. It became a challenge. So anyways, I did. I went in there and made a lot of things better. But basically, the dude came in the first time to audit me, and he 100%ed me, even though I didn't have the stuff. So they warned him. They told him to go in and 100% me. Just like you guys, man. So, like, how many receivers are out there doing this stuff that don't even need to do it? All they need to do is get a backbone. And when the auditor comes in, just say, look, I'm not doing that. You know, let's all make our decisions here. Like, we're grown men. We're doing stupid stuff that doesn't make any sense. Maybe it does make sense in Oklahoma. I don't know. You know, the companies that I'm working for are nationwide or worldwide. And maybe it makes sense in Oklahoma. I don't know. But it doesn't make sense here. You know, like, one of the things is that they wanted you to keep the door locked all the time. Like, my back room is so small that the door was within 20 feet of me all the time. So, like, nobody's going to run out of there stealing stuff unless it's in their pockets. You know, like, it's just not, I'm right there next to it. Why does it need to be locked? Oh, you know, I mean, why do I have to unlock it and lock it 40 times a day? You know what I mean? And, like, that's the way that these other stores are. They lock and unlock their door 40 times a day. So if you roll up and they're sitting there with another vendor and they have another door open, like the door that goes to the truck, you know what I mean? And then you're trying to get in through the man door on the side, that they can't open it. They have to leave it closed until they're done with the other one. Okay, so it doesn't matter what's happening. Say it's blizzarding out there. I mean, the thing is, like, I could go in, if they could open that door, I could go in and get things ready and prepared, then it would all be a more efficient process. But why can't they open that other door? Because if they leave the door with the vendor 1, they leave that door to go open vendor 2's door, then they can't just watch vendor 1, and vendor 1 will steal stuff, right? Because we're all thieves. To a hammer, everything looks like a nail, you know? And so these LP people that just run everything in these businesses, they're just like, it's out of control. It's gone too far. And stuff like this is like, you know, most people are not thieves. So how are we going to treat everybody like they're a thief when most people aren't? We have this problem in this world, you know, and I'm just as guilty of it as anybody, and I don't know the solution, you know, and I wish I did. But anyways, I should probably go finish this mission. Get on a rant. I could rant about this specific problem for a long time. So it's not necessarily the pay that's the problem. It's not
Welcome
necessarily.
back. Parts can go over there.
It's just.
Conway's whipping up something that, honestly, I don't understand.
It really
You sure
is.
this is gonna work?
Bolts collect and digitize all our thoughts and impulses. But we're running that data through a combination of repurposed order tech and rusted farm equipment. So, no. Okay, now put the Spy Master's bolt on the synth head.
Yeah, it really is just a problem we all have with stuff. All right, so I gotta put this thing on here.
Let's see what's left. Pain, agony, horny, back to pain, then some mixing of the three. Not much to go on. Oh, there's something in the comms logs.
Horace, the Outbounders made me look like a fool. A fool! I must return to the Timekeeper's side. I want the Locust ready. Now!
The most recent progress report says, development continues, but such a volatile substance requires methodical testing. There's a bunch more science words, but the weapon is clearly not ready.
I don't care about science. I want my bioweapon. Prepare it immediately.
Locust. So Saul's got a bioweapon?
Damn. Synths are one thing, but a bioweapon is some serious order tech. I don't know how we stand a chance against it.
Well, if it's an order weapon, maybe we need order help.
Hate to say it, but Conway's right. If we want to get ahead of Saul's weapon, we need someone with inside knowledge.
You have friends in the Order?
Well, not a friend. More like a spooky woman who lives in the forest.
Honestly, we don't know much about her. But Saul's been hunting an escaped Order scientist for years, and she fits this lady's description.
A very nice coat. Order nice.
That's worth a shot. Head into the Howl and see what you can find. Maybe I should make a special batch of protein bars to welcome her. No, not bars. Stars! I'll get the cookie cutters.
Rush, you're fear baking again.
If you've got skin, I'll help you save it. Buy a shield. Just remember, a life of caution.
All right, so
Hardly
let's go
worth
to the inventory here. Go into here. Sort by type again. Let's see. So I'm not really running snipers. I usually don't. Let's see what we got. 88. So the one I have equipped it has corrosive and incendiary, but it's 73. See, this one's 88, but there's no thing. There's no elemental damage. Radiation and shock on this one is 69 damage per second. This one's 103, but there's no elemental. What about this one? So 88, no elemental, and then we're on the shotguns. Okay, so we just have the one shotgun. We got 121 on the pistol. So it looks like we're good on the pistol. 110 to 96. So we could probably equip that one. For this one. No better shield. And the rep kit we have 231 healing. So we can sell all those. The grenade we have 195. And it's like a singularity collapsing augment. I like how it pulls enemies in because you don't have to be as good of an aim. So this one has a little bit better damage, but I don't know, it doesn't have really anything else going for it. Okay, so we're equipped up then. So we can just sell all that stuff, right?
No pulse? No problem. I'll patch you up in no time.
With everything except for that. It's not equipped. So...
You done with this? You think I'm on a... No takebacks. That'll... No... I used to have one. Shit. I'll buy it at a high price. Well, you done... You said... Think I'm... This hit... I'll buy it at a high price. Well, high-ish. Why don't you come on back real soon?
So it says inventory. There's still like a... Okay. Because of these things. What is this? Alright. I don't know. Do we have, oh, we have a skill point too. Okay, so let's do reload speed. The SDU, I need 50. See, so it says that there's, see that little guy up there, like, I guess that just means that I have points that I could spend, but I'm not. I don't know. Oh yeah, in the inventory I have these two. I can only get 3 more, so maybe I need to start claiming these. So it's level 10. So I guess, I don't know if, I guess if I wait to claim them, then, let's see. What is that? Vehicle hover drive. A new hover drive will be unlocked in the customization menu. Okay, so those are like skins or something, right? So I just need to sell that, sell the other gun, sell that gun, sell that. There's probably no reason in letting these build up. Sell that. So, yeah, we can sell that. Got a new head. Some other stuff there. So go back here and sell all that stuff.
What ails you? When you need a
Oh, come on. Like I pushed it on. I pushed back to try to get out of it. So yeah, let's sell all this stuff.
Shoot. I used to have one just like this.
All right.
just without so much. Thanks for stopping by.
Still fully equipped. So I wonder what these locked things are too. Okay, so go to the order scientist. Did I have another mission? I feel like there was wasn't there another one? So this is the new mission. What is this? Ready to blow the fade fields. Easy. Go to the map here. No, that's still the other mission. So how do I, oh, square. It's a lot further away. So I should probably just wait on that and keep doing these missions. Like, it doesn't look like there's a... Doesn't look like there's a... like other worlds yet. I wonder if there is. Because like in 3... Well, in 3 there was other worlds, right? So... Contracts. So why is there this little thing up here if I've seen all the missions? Like, I don't get it. I don't get why there's this notification guy up here on these two. That's what I was trying to get rid of. So yeah, I mean, if this business gets big enough, which is what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to build it to where I have so many customers that I kind of run it. You know, have to either quit my job and just do it, or what I'm going to try to do at that point is hire somebody, and then they can go do the jobs, and then I'll get more jobs the way I'm doing it, and it is working, and even the YouTube is working. I think I've had the thing going for like maybe a week, and I know this isn't a lot, but this is a lot for. I'm getting about a subscriber a day, and so I know that isn't a lot, you know, but that is a lot with the amount of advertising I'm doing, which is none. So I'm doing 0 advertising. I don't have my friends and family subscribed to it. None of that. They are all, except for one. One of them is my other YouTube, but that wasn't even the first sub. So I got the first 5 subs. Oh no, one of them's the wife too, actually. She found it, so that's not true. Okay, so there's 2 subs that are not related, but since I've been able to get 6 with doing 0 work, just posting, I mean, it's growing faster than my other channel. My other channel doesn't get 1 a day. If my other channel got 1 a day, it would be really high right now, because I started that thing in like 2007. So I don't know what it would be. Like, what's 360 times 20 years? I don't even know. You know, so that one would be it, whatever that is. You know, definitely over 1,000 or probably over 10,000. I don't know. If we did 360 a year, you know, and the other thing too is that I have a lot more views than that. 365 times 20. So, yeah, it'd be about 7,300. But it'd probably be more than that because, you know, what's going to happen and what always happens with these things is you start growing at an exponential rate. And so I'm looking at those 6 subs in a week, and I'm like, well, not only is that more, but if the exponential thing happens, like it should, then the growth will be more and more as more people find it. You know what I mean? They find it, they share it with their friends. Like, you know, if I can, the way that these videos were performing before, I was getting obviously people who needed their stuff fixed, but I was also getting texts. And I've started watching other of these channels so that I know I'm gaining experience by what other people are doing. So other technicians or other repairmen, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, you know, they're fixing machines, and I'm watching their videos, and I'm learning how to fix machines. And sometimes, like the other day, I had a job that I needed to go to and do, but it wasn't fully...
Something's always felt off when I'm scouting those woods. Like I'm being watched. I'll catch a glimpse of the order lady every few months, but every time I get close, she vanishes. You know what that means. Vampire.
See, a vampire I could get along with. Someone from the order? Not so sure.
A vampire in a nice coat, huh? Love this lady style already.
So what I did was I needed a test for this thing. And so I looked up, I kind of like searched for how to test this problem that I thought this customer had. And it turned out I was right, but I wanted to have a test so that I could, you know, confidently go buy the parts and know that I wasn't just throwing parts at it thinking I knew something when I didn't know. Because I've done that before and it didn't work. It never works. So I did the test, but the thing is there's one of the dudes that started following me when I started posting appliance videos was another like appliance repairman, and his video came up, so I watched it, and I was like, I commented, and I already subscribed to him like a year ago or whenever I started this, so commented, I thanked him for posting the video and giving me the test, because now I have the test. Now it's the knowledge in my head to help people fix their stuff, and it did fix it. You know, it was a little bit of a struggle. The parts house was, you know, a little more money than Amazon, which I don't know what I'm going to do about that, because I kind of need to do local parts. I guess I just have to do it, and the people just got to pay, because that's how their stuff's going to get fixed. Because the thing is, I could have ordered the thing from Amazon. It wasn't coming until Tuesday, you know. It's the same parts. I go pay a little more money at the parts store, and it's there now. Today, your machine's fixed, right? So I did that. But, well, I did it the next day. But that's because that was the ordeal. I called them, and I was going to just go down there and get it and then bring it back if they had it. But I tried to call them, and I was sitting there waiting and on hold, and nobody's answering. And, like, I've never had this happen at this place before. Like, they've always been on it, you know? And so I waited about 15 minutes on hold, and I was like, you know what? Like, they're just not answering. So I talked to the customer. I told him what was going on, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to go down there and see. But at that point, it was like I didn't know if they had it. I didn't know if I was. And then another customer called, so I told her, I'm like, well, I'm going to go do this other job, and I'm going to go to the parts store, you know, and I'll text you the price if, you know, to let her make the decision whether she wanted to spend less on the parts and wait a week, or spend more on the parts and get it now, you know. So basically I went down there, I got the parts, and next day I went over there and put them on, and it was good. So yeah, but you know, these are the problems that I'm gonna face, is I gotta be able to get a hold of the dudes at the parts store. So I went down there, and like their internet was down, and I guess their phones are internet based, so nobody was answering, because I go in there and they're just dead. There's nobody in there. One dude came in after me while I was getting help, and he asked him, he's like, I've been trying to call you guys, and they're like, oh, the internet's down. Like, well, a lot of good that does us, right? Anyway, so the problems I see with working with them is that usually they're good, and like they've helped me out with stuff, you know, a lot over the years, here and there, I guess I should say. And like I want to make them my supplier or whatever, but it's also, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like you end up with problems with some of these guys. And the other thing too is that I noticed that I didn't know was they don't sell Samsung parts. One time I went in there, or I called them trying to get something for a Samsung, and he's like, oh, we don't sell Samsung parts. I'm like, really? I'm like, well, how does that work? You guys, because Samsung, Samsung is like, right now, is a lot of my business. So I guess I'm just going to have to stock those parts from Amazon. The thing I was fixing here is not like a normal repair that I think I'm going to be doing a lot. But there are repairs that I'm going to be doing a lot. And I guess I'll just stock those parts. And, you know, the thing is, too, is if I get an account with them, then they'll hook me up and they'll give me some better prices. But I have to buy a certain amount per month, you know, to get that account to make that work or whatever. Or whatever, but I've got those numbers, and that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to work with these guys, because they helped me with some stuff, you know, for my personally over the years that I needed, and other places wouldn't sell me. Let's say nothing illegal, but there's some laws in this place that are kind of messed up.
Someone definitely lives here. Just have to deal with these barriers.
There's no like doorbell. We're breaking in, so we got to go cut down their barrier first. Like, why don't we just like use the doorbell? You know, go ahead and help myself to some of their ammo real quick. What is that? I'm supposed to be blowing that up somehow? Well, I can't get into there
Should
either.
look for whatever's powering the barriers.
Alright, well, I see it, but can I, like, throw this in there? No.
Thought so. A bit of impact should do the trick.
Immune.
Gotta destroy the generator if I want to get these barriers down.
So you're just gonna, like, break this dude's stuff. You know what I mean?
Love you!
So how do I switch? Corrosive, incendiary.
That shed's roof looks, worth a shot.
Okay. Impact. And they're sticky. Well, I don't have any type of gun, I don't think, that does that, so I need like an exploder, looks like. And for some reason the grenade I had didn't explode on it. I mean, how does that make any sense? Let's see. What do I have in here? This shotgun or sniper rifle. What is this? This is shield, grenade. So maybe that would work if I had a different grenade, because this grenade kind of bounces in the air. Let's try this. No. That isn't it either. Okay, so gotta find some way to blow that up or something. Can I do like a ground pound? No. We're not ground pounding. So it's not gonna let me know how I'm supposed to do that. Or I gotta go find a gun or something. Is there any chests around here? What is this? I don't know. Weird witch treehouse lady that I'm trying to break into her shit. I don't know if that's a nice thing to be doing or what. Anyways, the other thing about the new YouTube channel is I'm like following all the rules, you know, or trying to follow the rules, like no swearing, no offensive content, you know what I mean? So this says explosive damage. Thrown, I don't know if this has the right explosive damage or what. So this has a lot more potential and essentially, doing what it's supposed to do. No, still didn't do it. So what am I supposed to get here if not that? Can I what about a propane tank? Can I propane tank it? Maybe? Did I see a propane tank down here somewhere? Can't really climb up there with the propane tank though. It's not letting me get up there anymore. So close. How am I gonna? It's gotta be way up there. 'Cause I can't now I can't exactly grab it. So I don't know if this is right or not. I can jump up onto this. Can I nice. Alright. So I don't know if I have any more of these. L2. Immune. Well, that didn't work either. Anybody got any ideas? What time is it? Alright, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go take a break. Do something else for a while. Call that good. So thanks for watching. And yeah. Have a good day. Maybe I'll do this again tomorrow if I wake up early enough. Hopefully. Bye.